All right, let's go ahead and get this meeting started. Good evening, everyone. This is the Planning and Design Review Board meeting for the Village of Bisbee Park from Monday, April 24th, 2025. It is now 6:30. Do the roll call. Edward Leyva. Here. David Gruen. Here. Pablo Atado. Gage Hartung, I'm here, as well as Denisha from the Building Department. Motion to scoop. David, Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Denisha excused. And as everybody checked in, just want to make sure everybody's checked in with her. All right, we do have one deletion, number 8, property variance. This is something, that was put on the agenda. I guess they wanted to look at it, but it's already been reviewed, so it's. Right? So, yeah, we already did it. So, all right, so we're gonna go by order of the residents that are here tonight. We'll go in order of the agenda. So, I'll get everybody on their way if they like. First will be 5A, 821 Northeast 109th Street addition. Here somewhere.
And
821 Northeast 109th Street. Okay, there he is. Okay.
you can go right up to the mic.
We'll just take a look at it and we'll ask you a question. 5C. Okay, so this was the addition, and remember what the questions were?
It's actually made it super easy. If you go to page 4 of 49, it has what the issues were and then how they all page for that.
The lot coverage was over. Question on the driveway setback, initially.
Okay, the lot coverage now.
So
Total lot coverage is at 2,084. I'm looking at the cloud on page A1. So, and then total, well, it's 45. So 45.86%. Okay. Second was the chain link fence. And you can, if you like, so the chain link fence was taken off? Or,
So they just moved it back.
what we wrote as the answer is that the fence can extend a maximum 15 feet beyond the corner.
Yeah, so they're using the correct setbacks. But
you can't have chain link between the house and the street.
corrected the setbacks, but. Okay.
Okay, so I need to change the fence to.
To
or
a
no
different
fence.
material, yeah.
Which material is approved?
So it could be wood, it could be aluminum. This, that chain link is specifically forbidden between the, facing the right of ways. So like facing the front right of way, which you have a side front. So chain link is really just around the back parts of the
it.
properties,
Okay,
away from the street.
and I need to approve the design of the fence or just write aluminum fence and?
No, there's a sheet that actually has the different, types of like board on board or different styles, horizontal, such.
Okay.
You have to submit what you want to,
And how I can get that sheet? It's,
Correct me if I'm wrong, wouldn't that be under a fence permit?
There's just saying you need to have a separate permit anyway. Like, he needs to get disapproved, which has general renovations, but it's a sub permit. That we have back for separately.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to remove the word 4-foot high chain link
okay,
from the plans,
so
now
that is
you
fine
just-
and I'll do it.
you would
later.
just put a 4-foot, you would have a fence in its location. You
Okay.
come back for a sub permit,
Perfect,
and
Yes,
that
I'll
way
take it
we
like
can
that.
move it forward.
yes.
Motion to approve pending deletion of any comments or
Well, let me just see, and in the driveway part?
The driveway was sending him way over the lot. So,
But it's set back 30 inches from the property line? Well, it says 30 inches minimum if you look at
Yeah.
cloud at A-1. Scarlett has joined the meeting.
motion to unexcuse her.
But he set it back to 30 inches that's required. Oh,
Yeah, before it was paid. And it went deeper, I think, to. But that shifted over.
okay. David, can you repeat your motion?
Motion to approve pending removal of any comments or plans regarding fencing.
Chain link. It's really chain link.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have anything regarding any other fencing.
Well, he can show the location of the fence. It's just that it's when it comes for the fence permit, it's,
Moving.
so you'll just upload a new drawing with the word chain link crossed out or removed.
No chaining, just fence.
Okay.
I can even put it on another permit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fence on another permit and that's it.
Because driveway, fence, roof, windows, those are all separate permits. So we're just basically looking at your overall right now.
Okay,
But just to be clear, if you get approval for this, you would have to come back for the fence only as its own thing.
yeah, and approve the same thing with the board. Yeah, okay.
I have a motion. So David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right, you're good. Thank you, sir.
So question, what is my next step? Just to submit it again?
You have to upload that document, but it now goes to the other trades, the other building officials to look at. So yeah, so
Perfect.
there's still a couple more weeks in for that. So, but you could reach out to the building department for.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Thank you.
You too. All right, next will be 5B, 941 Northeast 119th Street, revision.
How's it going? Good evening.
Good. Hello.
So yes, we're submitting a revision relative to the front facade to add a transom window in the door entry.
In this sculpted kind of entry, is that original or this is new?
The entire entry design has been previously approved. We're just adding the window above that arch.
Got it.
The roof lines, like that are behind it also.
Yeah, so to make the window work, we are gonna piggyback the existing roof and vault the ceiling in the entry.
So it's really just in that little entry area that you're gonna see the roof or see the window?
Correct.
Because
correct.
it's, once you get inside the house, the original trusses will be there.
No, we're vaulting that.
You're
that
gonna
entry,
pull
yeah.
it through into
That's what
the,
you see on the side elevation on sheet 8 3.0. There's a section as well.
okay.
But yeah, so behind the parapet will be the new piggyback trusses, and then there'll be a window in the front.
And then you're gonna cut out the interior trusses. with the new
Correct.
Trusses, got it.
Motion to approve.
David and Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, motion carries. 5C, 1030 Northeast 121st Street, concrete driveway. Is this person here? FC 1030 Northeast 121st Street. Double TT LLC. Oh, okay, so she is here, okay. So the issue was that, I believe it was because it wasn't all the way out to the street, huh? This is the one that's built up a little bit. Okay. And the fact that the approach. We weren't sure about the approach, right?
Some more information.
'Cause it says asphalt concrete surface. If I'm looking at A-1, it says asphalt concrete.
Yeah, I think the original, correct, that it didn't settle.
And then it was built up on one side,
Both.
both sides. And you're welcome to go up there if you'd like. What you have, what was tabled on?
Because they had made the motion that they needed more information or clarification regarding the profile of the.
Okay.
They're stating that they're widening the.
So,
There, table again, the clarification on approach, because you had the patterned concrete that then suddenly stops and it's flat, so we weren't sure if that was just flat concrete, asphalt, what, and then again, the retaining walls, because it has a section that shows the driveway not flush with the adjacent grade, which is what's required. by-
was that relayed to you, the reason? All right, you're welcome to come to the microphone. Okay, so. Okay, if you could, just both of you come forward, please. And actually just go over to the microphone, and Ed, can you show them your screen, please?
So the reason that this got tabled and not voted on the previous time, right? We had a question about what is this material, because this is concrete, right? And it's kind of a
Design,
patterned of rectangles with gravel or grass in between, but then it stops all of a sudden for the approach, so. Is that this also concrete? Is that asphalt? Is with? So there's two concern here. One is the code for driveway says your driveway has to be of a consistent material, so having half concrete and the approach in asphalt is a problem. The second issue is that it's drawing low retaining wall, the driveway elevated with respect to the adjacent grade on either side. And our code also says that the driveways need to be flush with the adjacent grade, right? It also says that they have to be designed in such a way as to not impose additional runoff onto the right of way. And I think the reason why these are elevated is because it's elevated very high. Right now, the driveway from the street to the house just goes straight up. So any rainfall that falls on that driveway is going right out into the street. It's not being caught in the swale or anything like that. So those were our concerns. Our additional concern is that it appears to have been built before it was permitted, because it's already built out there, right? Without a permit. Those were all the issues. Yeah, please. Yeah. It's a lot. Go ahead. Yeah.
and so now you're saying it's now 20 inches, 20 feet wide too.
It shows 20 on the drawing. Yeah.
I mean, it's still the width of the garage, so it's still relevant.
Okay, it's just 20 here, so.
So it's the material change, the fact that it's elevated and.
And that was built up.
And we'll go around.
Yeah, their calculations are actually higher than what it is. It has a 26 by 30, but it's actually. And,
So there's been no changes submitted to our comments that we had from the previous meeting?
Then.
There's not,
Table.
yeah, I mean, we've already denied it and there's nothing for us to look at.
Table.
We tabled it. Oh, so tabled it. Okay. So it just remained tabled.
And also move on if they want to talk about board, come back. Without voting for the moment. So we can take time to download it.
And sir, what we'll do is sir, we'll come back to you if, we'll go on and then when you're after, if you have any more questions before you leave, we can address it, but it's been tabled, so we're just gonna continue tabling it, right? So I have David.
Well, I thought that we were not doing it.
Okay, so I mean, it just remains tabled, so,
Yeah.
okay,
Going to 5E.
okay.
So
It remains tabled, so. It's from the previous meeting. 5E is our next person that's here, 11908 Northeast Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
I see you. Five E. Do we have the comments of why this was tabled last time? Because she's prepared to address any comments that we might have.
Yeah, at this moment, I have two comments that I receive for clarification for setbacks. And actually, the only two setbacks we are changing is the rear and in the side.
This is the one with the thing on the side.
Yeah, rear is going to keep in 16 inches, 16 feet 2 inches, and in the side in 10 feet. So, but I understand. So we have to clarify because in the plan wasn't clear. We have a table, but in the side plan is not clear.
No, this is the one this is 65E.
Oh, sorry.
So this is the one with they're putting the big addition on the back and then it kind of comes up to the side and we're not sure. We weren't really clear how the roof line meets
Yeah.
the new flat side
Mhm.
on the left.
We are going to change there because we know that the front facade is not okay with that roof in the addition. So we are going in, now we are using like a flat trusses, so we are going to change to piggy trusses so it can connect with the same roof and it can look like the same material and the same design as the original. So we have that part for that part of the roof and for the setback that we have to add in the site plan, but in the tables is clear. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I think that's the others. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, those are both sides, though, right? It's the front. Yeah.
By the way, she hasn't uploaded new drawings. She's just giving us
No.
comment. We're giving her the comment. She's giving her response. And then she realizes that she's gonna submit and it's gonna come back in 2 weeks. She
Yeah.
spoke to me before the meeting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I just want to make sure that we are going to do that correction. So we are going to put a clarification for the setbacks and change the roof for the front facade. Looks pretty good. And then we submit again. Okay.
I mean, can we just make a comment on the juxtaposition between the back props
Mm-hmm.
and the front? I mean, can they have a little more cohesiveness to it? I mean, it's not. It is behind the front, that part of the building and it's in the back, but you know, you're
Yeah, it's going to
building something
be.
that's the same height as the point of your pitch on the front. So
Yeah, it has. So, but it can be lower. So because it's like a parapet, so it can be lower. So we can keep for the front facade. It can keep that image. So yeah,
okay. And it
we
can
can-
kind of blend away more in the rear.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It was tabled before, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Howard. Can you pull your microphone, please?
The lot coverage calculation on page 4. It's a 37% total coverage, which is, the building space, and then green space 54%, so something is not adding up here to 100.
Which page?
Or
Would be ID one,
Oh,
A-100.
Did the right math.
I think it's just it's a small change, but it just looks incorrect.
Just keep in mind, you have a 50% maximum lot coverage.
yeah,
So everything with the pool, the driveways, walkways, everything has to be 50%.
yeah.
7% is fine.
I think we tabled it that time for notes. So David, motion. Okay, David Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and table that. You'll resubmit it and hopefully it'll be back on the next agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Next will be 6A, 637 Northeast 119th Street, pool. This one was new business? Oh, it was tonight? We just tabled this one. I mean, it wasn't prepared anyway. All right. Good evening, sir.
Good.
So your setbacks, you look good. 10 foot to the rear, 23 to one side, and is that 11? The other side? Can't tell from 11'3". And then your lot coverage. So you're at 49.14. So you're right under your maximum lot coverage.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions on the board? Okay. Who is that? The first? David and Ed? All in favor, say aye. Aye. You're good, sir. Thank you.
I should also have a metal roofing, down the line. Do we do it now?
Same
or-
property? Oh, I'm sorry. You do. So 6B, 637 Northeast 119th Street, metal roof?
Yeah.
Okay, so. You got a 12-4 pitch, 24-inch overhang, 8-inch fascia.
Yep.
Dark bronze, which is
Mhm.
brown.
Mhm.
Is the 24 inches on all four sides?
All four sides.
All four sides. So it's all the way around the perimeter?
Mhm.
If y'all are ready.
Second.
David, all in favor, say aye.
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 I have a question about the color. Can I show you real quick?
Sure. Black? No, no, because it's got the word black in it. All right, next be the same property, 637 Northeast 119th Street for generator. Question on that one is the generator pad included in your lot coverage above?
I mean, he's got 0.1, 0.7 something left, but probably make it, but yeah.
So it's a 4 foot by 3 foot pad. Is that included in the, if you don't have like a lot coverage sheet on it, is that included in the other?
Yeah.
Could be on the plan, or on plan, we do it 12 feet to that part of it. So of the 5,086 that was in the pool thing, you're saying that there's 12 feet of that that's counted. Even if it's not there, it's under, so.
It's 12 square feet.
So motion to approve. Second.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Now you're at like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Doing, but.
All right, next, 6E, 950 Northeast 113th Street. Yes, please. Okay.
We haven't received any comments back. It was our initial submission.
Yeah, first step here, so you wouldn't get any comments back.
Right.
Yeah.
Starting at the very beginning.
Well, in the description, you talk about like, driveway, stuff like that, those you're gonna come back for different sub permits.
Yes. I didn't know there's a separate sub permit for the driveways, but if that's the case,
Yeah.
okay.
You mentioned changing doors, that also is stuff.
Oh, yeah, like exterior windows and doors, right? Hmm.
You're basically converting a duplex into a single family.
Yes, exactly.
You're not changing any of the front or side setbacks? They're all look like they're all the existing walls that
Correct.
are there? Okay,
Correct.
it's all interior renovations?
Well, we're changing the windows and doors, and we're also adding some planters and a little stoop in the back, or a little landing in the back. But it's all pretty much within, yeah, there is some exterior work.
The front stoop, it's like it does protrude, it looks like into the front, but there's no vertical structure that comes up from it. It's just a
No,
couple
no.
steps up.
Everything's within the
Okay.
shell.
Like there's nothing that'll mitigate the front setback, or
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
planters are low. Okay.
Yes.
Windows are all sliders or casements.
There might be one little fixed window, but usually, yes, sliders,
They all
mostly
look-
sliders.
They all look the same. That's kind of what our.
Okay, yeah, there's a hidden, like, in this little recess where I think there's one fixed one. But I think from all the street angles, we'll make them all look the same.
And
Sliders.
again, that'll be a separate permit, but on your master permit here, that looks good.
Okay. Yeah, there's a
Um,
little rendering there as well. I'm not sure if you've seen that, but
Go down.
I think it looks a little better in the rendering than just the line drawings.
Are you changing the roof?
No,
Okay.
oh, maybe,
I'm going all the way
maybe I
down.
didn't put it in the
Okay,
package. Yeah. I could pass it around.
Have it?
Yeah, yeah. Small-ish, but, simple. Sorry, I didn't include that.
Maintaining the garage.
Yes, we're changing the door, but everything else is the same.
You'll need to do the driveway. That's be a separate permit, the driveway and the front walkway.
Correct.
It will need to go out to the street on the drawing, because right now it looks like you're stopping it at the property line.
Oh, okay.
So
I
that
got
you'll
you.
need to show that there's an approach of the same material and the same design.
Do you need that like 45-degree visit? No, that's for landscaping. It's okay. It'll just go straight.
I mean, there is a visibility triangle involved.
Yeah, we don't have any landscaping or anything.
Yeah.
Out
You just
that
have to
low.
do between 3 and 5 feet, I think it is.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Does it need to be radius? Do you know the driveway, or can it just go straight out to the? I think-
We do prefer a little flare.
Yeah.
When it gets to the street, just to save the grass.
Right, right.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. You're good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And I can give you this back.
Okay.
You're all set.
As
No
long as that's it.
problem. Thanks for coming in. All right, next will be 6F, 950 Northeast 117th Street. Flat re-roof.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Johannes Lemay, and I'm the owner of the house. The last time that the roof was redone was 20 years ago. and therefore it's in need of repair. Not that there are any leaks or so in the house, but my insurance company is urging me to replace the roof ASAP, or they will cancel my insurance.
It says flat re-roofs. Is it all flat?
Yes.
Okay. There's no pitched or nothing with tile or,
No.
okay. We have it's a completed application with all the product approval.
Motion to approve.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye, you're good.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Still go to the building department to do a more technical review,
Right.
so it'll be a little more time.
Right. Thank you.
950 Northeast 117. Yeah. We just approved both of them, 5-0. The one was both the gentleman before, the architect, and then this one's here. The 960, 950 Northeast 113. That was the renovation. And then this was the roof. Okay. Were you complete? Would you like to say anything? You had any questions? Okay. She's gonna come back to us. 5C. Okay. David and Ed, all in favor, say aye.
So usually you guys,
You can hang out if you like. Okay.
I mean, feel okay if we take his questions, so they don't have to sit.
No, I think he's got a project.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said you got a question. I was like, oh, shoot, sorry.
Are you for discussion item or?
What?
Were you checked in? Which was your property? Uh-huh. And what about you? Okay, so you're one of the discussion items tonight. Okay, all right. Next would be 6M. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. 11237 Northeast 8th Avenue. Until? Okay. 6H is here. Okay, we'll come back to her next.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Chain link fence. You have a fence in there now, currently?
So yeah, there was a fence and kind of like there was part of the fence, it kind of been taken down, and then the other part of the fence got taken down, or the hedge as well, got taken down when one of those Australian pines came crashing down.
Okay.
It came crashing down there and took down, but there's not like a full fence all the way around, and that's why we wanted to be able to do that. We have a dog, so we wanted to protect him
But
and
the
have it.
fence that was there, was it chain link?
Yeah, what I have there, yeah, is chain link in the back and all that area on the side.
Because between probably when that was installed and what is currently, that chain link fence that faces 113th Street is not allowed, not permissible to have chain link there.
Got you.
You
Well,
could have it from and actually you can't have it up to hold on. Okay, so I gotta look at this.
it's all from the sides and then like to the back round.
So the address is 11237.
Yeah, but it's a corner.
8th
Yeah.
Avenue. Yeah,
for
but
some reason
there's,
it's-
so,
Our house is at an angle.
yeah, I know, but so your front yard is technically on 8th Avenue. So
Our
where
front-
the way
okay.
you have it drawn
Got you.
is correct. The issue is that you can't have it, you can't have the chain link and then 2, you can't have it on the property line the way it's drawn. It has to be set back, it'd have to be set back a minimum of 3 feet.
On 13th, your sketch is kind of indicating that the fence is right on the property line.
Okay.
So you wouldn't, that's considered a frontage, even though it's a secondary frontage, it's still frontage. So it needs to be set back
3 feet. Depends on the height.
4-foot high, 3-foot setbacks.
So it's not sorry, I had been told something about like the 25 feet from the middle of the road. From the middle of the road or something like that, to be the fence line.
There's nothing from the middle of the road.
No?
So I don't know where that information.
That's what all
came
the
from.
fence people
It's
have
all, it's
told me.
all from your property line.
Probably have, Miami County has.
Right.
Help them develop.
Right.
So it's, this, basically your side and rear, so this one here, and this one here can be chain link and can be on the property line the way you're in. But this section actually
Has to be brought back down here, so this is.
can't be chain link, number one.
So the whole thing with the chain link, the only reason why we're doing a fence is, what I wanna do, what I'm gonna be putting there is all head. So you're not gonna even see the chain link at all. The reason why I'm even putting the fence at all is just for my dog. Like, just for protection. Besides that, I'm literally just gonna put, the same day the fence goes in, there's gonna be fuses blocking that fence.
And that's fine. You're allowed to put a fence there. You're just not allowed to have chain link material. You,
And
It's actually gonna be a green chain, so I hid behind. the
yeah,
trees.
and we understand what you're going for and the intent, just the code doesn't allow it on, again, on that front.
Even
So,
if I get
and-
on the actual thing around that, I'm gonna be putting trees and covering it all.
Matter of fact, you have to put landscaping in front of a certain percentage anyway, so you,
If at the angle, there's not gonna be any landscaping that's gonna be able to grow, with that, there's no sun, you're gonna be blocking it with any wood or.
well, no, I mean, you could do you could do aluminum picket fence. You can have, you
height
can,
isn't the issue, it's just the material, it just can't be chain link.
it can be aluminum pickets. I mean, I think you have like an aluminum picket front gate. You have one of the few gates in the park.
I have,
So-
yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that too. I don't want it, so I'm trying to get rid of that, and it's not it's a super heavy one. I don't even know what it is. It's
Yeah,
not,
but I'm just saying that style, I think it's a picket. Isn't it like a picket?
yeah, it's just 3 times the amount of what I'm trying to do, and I just wanted to cover it with,
Yeah.
and not spending 10 times the
It's
amount.
just in the code. It's
Yeah, just our hands are tied.
No, I
We
know, I
understand
just
what
think,
you want to
it's
do
kind
in
of
your
crazy
goal,
that
but-
there's no code that says, hey, I understand the tree, but if you're gonna block it, if you're not gonna show anything, I don't wanna show a fence. I think fences are ugly. I'm not trying to show the fence.
Yes.
Problem is that, while you may be fully committed to like a dense hedge there, someone else says they're gonna.
Next owner
hedge,
comes and he cuts them all down.
it dies. Code doesn't accommodate landscape to hide an eyesore because landscaping may not be well maintained and that doesn't
Understood,
achieve the goal, right? So,
understood.
Or you sell it and then somebody bushwhacks it all.
yeah.
We have a chain link fence.
So the other thing, where on the backside gauge, it would stop at the corner of the house, where it approaches the one. Couldn't even get to it.
He could go out. Well, the chain link would have to stop.
That's where the mark is, that's what
He couldn't go out past the corner, that front corner of the house it's 17 point.
Yeah, I mean, there may be, again, problem is when you redo the fence, you come into conformance with today's code, whatever that is. While you're here, can I just show you something? So, again, this can be chain link, but only up to the corner of the house, right? So, here, no, what I'm saying is basically from this point forward, you'd have to have whatever material you make this of, whether it's wood, you'd have to turn the corner and bring it to align with the corner of the house here. From that point beyond, you could go back to chain link. 'Cause this is basically all, from this point here, it's basically considered a front yard, a
Okay,
type
so
of front yard,
how far in?
to be aligned with the corner of the house. The corner dictates like what's considered the front of your house and your rear. Yeah, that has to be material, and again, there are many options, just can't be chain link. From that point, wherever this line is, right? Chain link. Actually, the chain link on the return can't be either, the other side on the. This.
That faces 8th Avenue. That has to be,
Yeah, but again, anything facing a right of way can't be chain link, so it's another whatever, 8 feet, if you're already doing this material. Yeah, correct. So again, this part is fine chain link, that part is fine up to about here.
It's gonna look like a brick, it's gonna look ridiculous, but okay, whatever you guys say. So I need to change the material and 3 feet back.
at 4 feet high. Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what you're asking for is 4 feet.
Set it back further to go higher, so if you wanted a 6-foot fence.
Uh-huh,
You have to set both.
7 feet
back,
the back.
From your property. line.
Right,
You
right.
want a 5-foot.
so if I
high
wanted, if I got a
fence,
2-foot fence,
Only 4, 5, or 6.
trying to make it as low as possible, I don't want a fence.
Period.
Alright.
But just so you understand, because you're assuming it's 3 foot back at 4 foot high. 5
And
feet back.
and the thing is your intent to put a hedge in there, you have to have, you can't put the hedge in the right of way. The hedge has to be on your property. So if you have the property line, a hedge and it's 3 feet back, it's like a natural progression back. Okay. Yeah. All right, thank you. Motion to table, please. Okay, thank you. Was that David? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
That was M.
Yes. All right, 6H, 1002 Northeast 117th Street, pool. 6H. It's, PRBP3 LLC. You said they're here? That's not you?
No. They're looking for a pool.
Oh, okay.
They're-
Okay. 6H. Alright. 6H. Okay. So we have an 18-foot 10 setback, we have a 19 on the other, and we have a 10-foot 6 on the other one. So the setback, the lot coverage. Anybody seen the lot coverage? We're at 515, we're at 47.08. Okay, I mean, it looks fine as far as the setbacks and the lot coverage. I don't,
Motion to approve?
Scarlett? Scarlett? And, Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, your pool is approved. Okay. All right, so I believe these are all, we got 1, 2, 3, 3 people left. Okay, we're gonna go on to discussion. 7A, 630 Northeast 117th Street, new construction, second preliminary review. Okay, you can just go right here up here, sir. This across the street from you.
Oh, that's the way.
So this is the
Oh, he
second second one in, and you came in already to talk to us.
Probably looking at the vehicle.
To change the door.
Okay.
And the door, the entrance, the one that was
Like a hospital, you guys said it was like a hospital.
It was very commercial looking entrance.
Yeah.
There's a door, we put some stone.
What is the door gonna be? Wood?
Yeah, well, stainless steel, but it looked like a dark rough.
It didn't meet the 30-foot setback rule at the second floor. We needed to address the diminished views from the second floor windows.
Yeah, that's what.
There was a balcony on the side.
Yeah, there was a balcony.
That was removed as well.
The materiality, because it was just a white box, which looks like that's changed. Consider redesign of the house entry. I don't recall what the issue was, but we were unhappy. And then a tree survey.
Okay,
So 30-foot setback issue.
all right, so let's kind of look at everything.
We carried the material back here in the back.
So this is the new side that faces, this is west, I guess? Yeah, west.
There was a balcony there.
There was a balcony.
Oh, the balcony was here and they moved it to here.
Yeah, I thought there was a balcony running over here. But the windows are up high.
Did they need to cover any of, right here now, right? It's tiny, right? I mean, it seems like a small, how long is this balcony? How wide is it?
Let's take a look at here. Okay, so we're at 13, 35, 13, 13. So we're at setbacks are good. lot coverage.
We had to move the house 1 feet to the left, that was done
Yeah,
as well.
you were, to get that rule, you just had to shift the whole thing.
Yeah, so he shifted the whole house.
So this is the first floor, 1313, whatever.
That made it so that the second floor was 15.
You have a 10,000 square foot lot?
Yeah.
And the new, all total lot coverage is gonna be 5,387, so you're right in there.
Right.
Yeah, there was some sort of balcony on the side last time
Yeah, there was a balcony,
on,
so this is the first floor. Should get that generator pad in there. What's that? You know, that's Martin?
flood vent.
Oh, for the crawl space. Okay, second story. So how long is this? 17 and 60, 18?
18.7.
Right, so this is, if it was 13 on the first floor, we still have a setback issue here, correct?
Well, if, for beyond 30 feet. it's
But,
over at-
yeah, this
then
is
it's
18 and
6.
17.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is there's 5 feet.
So you had a, so.
But where's the? So the footprint from the footprint from the first floor to the second floor had like a bump back on one side of it.
Yeah, I don't know if
So you have a,
that shifting created a problem on the other side that didn't exist before.
so you have a 13-foot, you have a 13-foot here, okay? This,
It used to be 12, 1 and 14.
so this is the same plane as here, so this is at 13.
Mhm.
So you have an issue with the fact that this cannot be more than 30 feet long at 10. And then if it's above, and then it has to go back to 15.
But what caused that problem? Because I know we didn't have that before. Was it shifting the
Well, I
whole
think
house?
that you
or-
had the problem, you
Yeah, I don't know. if
just
we
had it on.
I'm looking at it
Or is it because of the
before-
balcony?
I'm looking at it before, you had it too, I think that we were just focused more on this side because there was more happening on this side.
Mhm.
And you were at 14 and you were more than 10, so we talked about shifting it, but
But there was a balcony on there.
Yeah.
The balcony maybe,
Can you
the
check?
the
I think
removal of the
was
balcony
on the
has,
Side, but.
It's still here.
no, the balcony was here though. So
Oh.
maybe
I
the
think it was in
balcony,
pool area. I think it
the
was in pool
balcony
side.
maybe was, no, it was here, right here.
Yeah.
It was running the entire length
it
of
was
the,
here.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe you were setting back before. So,
Because of the
so it
balcony.
was okay to push, but now you got rid of the balcony and you pushed the building out, so now you're at the 30, you're at you've got more than 30 feet, less than 15 feet setback. Yeah,
Okay.
Before you had this balcony.
You only need to bring back 5 feet of this, so like if you brought this part in by another 2 feet, because you're still at 13, right?
Would I have to shrink the whole house or? is it-
No, just on the second floor, you'd have to bring back beyond 30 feet, you could do it in
and
any
it
part
could
of
be
it.
in this closet.
Yeah.
You could push this closet in 2 feet and create a maximum of 30 feet total at less, because you have to be, at the second floor, it has to be 15 foot back
For greater than 30 foot.
for greater,
You can have up to 30 linear feet at the minimum setback. But if
Okay.
you exceed that 30 linear feet, 35, 40, 50, that, whatever's over that 30 has to be set back to 15. So right now, you've got 17.9 plus 18.7, which is
5 feet extra.
whatever, an extra 5 feet. So you need to pick
So-
5
so
feet
the-
along this wall
So the
somewhere.
total of these two numbers into at 30, correct?
It can't exceed 30.
Cannot exceed 30.
Unless you want to set it back additional, right, is the issue. So right now, it's over 30.
you want to write on this or?
Yeah, we can write that. Yeah.
So basically the very straight.
Yeah, this is shorter than, and this got longer, right? The second story got, is that what it
Maybe
is?
that's.
No,
what
I
it is.
think, I think what it is that when you took the balcony off, you pushed the second, you
Mhm,
made the
mhm.
second floor just a little bit
Yeah.
bigger. So all this means is that somewhere in this space, you have to basically pick 5 feet, basically
cut it.
subtract 2'9" and 3'7", so called 6 feet. You have to subtract 6 feet in another 2 feet, because you see how you have 13 feet, so you only have to bring it 2 feet. So that's what Gage is saying. You could pop in part of the closet by 2 feet. If you popped in the closet by 2 feet, you have it solved. If you popped in this bathroom by 2 feet, or this part of the bathroom, you probably have it
So
solved.
the solution's here.
It can't be,
It's
it's
not
up to you.
It's your choice.
We're not telling you.
Yeah, but.
You can come here, and then
Designer's
all of a sudden, come in here 2 feet. And then all we're gonna count is what's this distance? What's this distance?
And then what's
And-
and this distance too,
Yeah,
right?
but as long as the combine
Neither
of this doesn't, it's no more than 30 feet, right? So let's just, you know, I don't know, hypothetically, that's 17'9", because we're gonna keep, oh, that's not quite actually. It's gonna be like
Say 14.
plus minus 15 feet,
Mhm.
and this can be plus minus 15 feet, right? So that's at 30, you're good.
Okay, so this doesn't count.
The remainder has to go up 15 feet back, and you're already at 13.
Got it,
So
got
you
it.
just
So it
have
only
to
has
go
to come in
2 more feet.
Perfect.
feet, and then you're good to go.
Okay.
So that's a logical place, because the closet really doesn't affect what matters, your bathroom, your bedroom, right?
Okay.
It's up to you. Now, of course, on the first floor, you're gonna have a little roof area here that you have to deal with.
That's
If you
obviously
keep
gonna be
the-
the man's closet. and the
Exactly.
woman's
I was gonna say that, a woman would have a problem with that.
Yes.
Okay, so,
So-
so you have that, but then over here, because you're at 13 feet here, you already have the setback. So this is already set back more than 15 feet.
Yeah, the portion that's on the second floor, you see you've got that extra.
So do we need to resolve something on this side too?
No, this side you're fine because you're at 13 here on the first floor.
Okay.
So this is already
Tell me what it
3'6" plus 1. So you're at 4'6", so you're,
Okay.
You're
okay, so this is
17
a
feet
minor,
back.
a minor change. Okay, okay, perfect.
which, I don't wanna overcomplicate, but you're actually 2 extra foot set back on this side that you need to be at the second floor.
you could technically
So-
just
So if
slide
you
the house,
wanna
slide the house back
back
to the.
You keep the first floor the way it is and
Wanna
slide the
get-
second floor 2
wanna
feet
get
that
your-
way, now you
closet.
don't have to do this anymore. Again, these are up to you, and I don't know what kind of complications that creates on your stair and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
But right now, this is actually set back 2 more feet than it needs to be by the rule.
Okay.
Did we-
I'm
did-
just
did-
writing
no,
this
well,
No, thank
so
you, thank you
that
for that. Yeah.
if you're giving it to other people.
Okay.
If you're giving,
Thank you.
if you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
from here to have margaritas, and you're like, oh,
Thank
no, it's like this, then.
Now, as Pablo had pointed out, there's the balcony. So, the code says that, you know, anything in the rear 2/3 must be designed in a way to diminish views into your neighbor's yard. So we typically on the end of balconies require some kind of like higher wall or something, or trellis or lattice or some kind of design that, so that people here are not looking over here into their pool.
The bottom area, correct? Where it closes the fence, like the.
The end here, so this area here has to be done in a way that whoever's standing on this balcony is not looking into your yard. That can be accomplished by the same handrail up higher, or, you know, with a design of some.
Sometimes people do louvers, which is really pretty.
You could do
Yeah,
something like
Sort of
this,
wooden
well, not
louvers.
like that, but. more
You
different.
could make it out of concrete, it could be just
Yeah,
a
it could
concrete
be
wall.
block, it could be block.
Block wall.
How tall does it have to be?
Well, it's line of sight, diminished line of sight, so I mean, it could be 5 to 6 feet tall.
Okay, so kind of like, not a column all the way.
So somebody can't just look over.
Yeah, okay.
6 feet.
Yeah.
down.
Okay, so let me, please, thank you. Just on
So,
this side, correct?
and then as far as your windows go, I think this is up high. And
Yeah, the windows,
The
I
windows
know
are-
all the windows were changed. I think they're in the next page.
I mean, it's not, I don't see a window on this wall in the master bath. I do see a window over this bed here.
Probably, I think it's
the next page.
story now, right?
So they're here and here. Okay, and then over here, they're up high up here. So the windows are fine. This is where we're asking about the wall. There.
Okay.
And then you have this eyebrow up here. Okay, so you're gonna have this eyebrow and then you're gonna have this kind of set in a little bit, so that kind of solves the large blank wall with undulation. Because on one of the other codes is,
Yeah.
it does say that they have to be designed in a way to avoid large blank wall.
And then again, it's probably gonna be.
So if you do something,
Indentation somewhere, here, right? It's more than a 30-foot rule, right? So it's gotta.
so it'll break up those walls, and then I don't know if this is an eyebrow that's continuing across. But, okay. Didn't you have something like this on the front? Wasn't it kind of storefront?
Yeah.
Frontage like that?
Like a metal rail and
Yeah.
kind of big
It looked-
window.
Yeah, it looked
A
like the
flat- a
doctor's
small
office,
door, yeah.
like you're going to see the doctor.
This is real.
Okay. Okay. So, so that was your second review. You can make the revisions, you come back the next time for the third review on the tree survey.
Didn't we upload one? Because I know we.
Just saying, that was one of our comments. I don't see.
I,
you-
I,
It
I don't
must- you
remember
must
that
have a-
one. I have one, but
Okay.
I'll
And
upload
we'll
it.
need it for when we go to the final approval, is we'll look at it to make sure you have the tree
Whatever
survey.
you're removing and then whatever you're gonna. Oh, okay. Cause you have to remove, I don't know, do you have to remove trees to build the new house? I don't remember what's there, but we did a full tree, arborist report, so.
Okay, so you just had second review, so you'll be back with the
For the
revisions?
space, the 2 feet, and the wall in the balcony.
Yes.
And the arborist, I mean,
And
the
the,
tree survey.
the tree survey, okay, perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Really nice. Yeah, we can leave it, we gotta do more of these.
Right, next will be 7C, 739 Northeastern 11th Street. Okay, new construction first preliminary review.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
111. Is that this
So-
thing? Yeah, it is. This thing.
So the concept here is to make this one C and then let it go through. Very high windows here. There's closets behind there. There's the master suite. This is sort of a open balcony towards the front. Glass garage doors with some lifts inside there. And then the living room all opens up towards the front, but we're putting a sort of a vertical brise
Okay.
to cover it.
Is there, is that tree like inside growing, is that
It will
like
be.
A real tree that's gonna
We're
be
gonna-
able to do it off of just passive light up front? or-
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if it's trees or bushes or what, we
But
can have a
like-
landscape, but you'll see it, it's really, that space is pretty cool. So
So-
there's not a lot of trees to worry about and they're all mangoes for the most part, so we don't have a big deal with the trees.
Is this the house with the roof that's caved in? This is the 111th, right?
This house is falling apart.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the one
this
that
is
like,
my-
he's got like a
it's
tree
my
growing out
little
of it.
Brother's next door neighbor.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay, so we're gonna come in with a driveway, two-car garage this way. Come in,
Oh, Reyes bought this house?
come in the front door here. This will all be the great room. We'll have big sliding pocket doors this way and big sliding pocket doors. This is the
Did Charlotte leave?
Yeah.
I think she got a phone call.
Oh, okay.
this is what we were talking about, where they can open this and pocket them and it'll feel like very tropical modern architecture. Come down this way and it has, your typical kitchen, dining and media room. There's a,
Because
porch-
this is a really deep lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
the porch extends, there's a barbecue connection here. There's a cabana here that goes into the pool, so there will be about 12 inches in the pool with a little ledge covering it, cabana bath. And then when we go.
Is this, so is the roof line of, this is
Cor-
the structure
correct.
is above this?
So
Okay.
the easiest way to look at that is,
The render, I saw it, yeah.
so,
above.
what you're seeing, this
Got
is this right here, right?
Okay. And
And then this
Yeah.
here and the powder room here is also all glass opens and it has, to mimic that on this side, the same detail that goes all the way up to the roof.
beautiful.
So we'll be able to get some light in there and nobody will see that bath. Here's just a floor plan and big.
You're drinking too much. Where do you have the lot coverage?
Oh,
Yeah,
right here.
I was gonna say, we haven't seen setbacks or
So,
anything yet. proposed? So you're
Yeah.
at 48.11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
At this
everything.
time,
That's your
yeah, including this, including everything.
If you can, when you come back
Driveway?
for next review, just add it up. I'd like to see, if you look at the form, it gives you what the things are, right? Main house, patios, porches, slabs, driveway, and.
Oh, so like a
pool.
list?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
like
a-
you have most, you're just missing the driveway as the big one that is.
I don't
the-
see
No, no, we
driveway
have
on
dri-
here.
We have the
That's what
driveway.
I'm saying. It's missing
I just saw
driveway.
it somewhere.
Paige, you don't listen to the things that I say?
Oh, I always listen to you.
Okay, good. You also drew on me.
But it's usually a table where you have the main house, the
Yeah,
driveway.
rather than us
Okay,
adding up all your
that-
AC areas.
Just make
I,
sure.
I can absolutely do that. This was the format that was approved last time, so I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just, went with it again.
patio or pool and patio area. Okay, so all this patio area. Okay.
Yeah, all of that's calculated, all of this, all of
Okay.
this.
And again, for the lot coverage, it's basically any improvement, right? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if
Yeah.
it's pervious or not, it's just.
On the
And your
setback?
setbacks, I'm assuming on your site plan?
I'm going to,
What's the second floor?
why are the setbacks not here? So this is the,
Where we're here, no?
No, that's the existing.
I am terribly
Oh,
sorry, they are not on there.
Oh.
Anyway,
But
this is 15. And that's 15, and then this sets back the 5 feet for everything that's happening there.
What's the front?
But just so you know, you have 30. It looks like you probably have more than 30
Yeah, we have
there.
more than 30,
And
well, the
you have-
30
and
to
you have-
here,
And you have 10 back here.
yeah,
okay.
this is, Yeah.
Oh, there's your dotted line.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's the float of the building above. So it goes to here, this is the balcony,
Okay.
And that's 30.
and that's 30, yeah.
Okay.
And you said 15's on the two side, but you know that 10 is what the setback.
But I think it's got 2 stories, so he's just starting rather than
Yeah.
having to like step the building back. so.
Exactly, exactly.
Just real quick.
Sorry, okay,
So
so-
window, no windows over here, one little window here, and no windows over there.
these windows in the hall are gonna be translucent glass, so we're just gonna let the light in, but we're not gonna be able to see out.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know that you care about these windows, they're up 4 feet and they're 2x3s.
No, it's diminished. So, I mean, somebody sitting there urinating maybe.
No.
might
Yeah,
look out,
yeah.
But you're not gonna be sitting on.
The
top
whole,
of
the
it.
whole focus is this
Yeah.
way, and
No,
we
you
have,
sit
we have,
down,
a
you can
we
use
have,
that one.
we have a green roof here.
Yeah.
Sitting on top of it, and this one will open through, and we're gonna have like a vine, like a bougainvillea growing through.
Okay,
And this is open all the way up, and this hole is open all the way up too.
got it.
And the height of what's happening here on this side of the balcony? what's the
So,
balcony?
so I'll show you, and we have this, louver system there. I'm thinking I'm gonna move the louver system there and raise it all the way up. So you don't see, you know,
So you're at 27.75 and we're at 28 max and it's base flood +1, so first finished floor. Is that? What is your survey where are you at as far as, no, you're at,
well, the.
you're
total- the total-
you're at 8 feet above?
Yeah,
Okay,
the whole thing will be. So this is the front, so you have this sort of open sea that wraps around the whole building. This will be glass and it turns in and out, it's a tropical modern version of a mid-century modern, let's say. Garage doors with transoms above, come in the front door here. This is the louver system, that we're gonna use some sort of exotic, material, some wood of some sort. When you see the corner, so this here is the side of that. This is the wall with the bathroom, this is what the green space that the bathroom opens up into. This is just the wall that we're gonna use some decorative material on. This is your 30-foot.
your 30's here, so
Correct.
this wall is actually back further past the 30.
Wait, yeah,
Because it's a very stark facade at 28 feet.
no, this is the 30 feet.
I know, but no, 20 feet high. So coming down that street, there's no
Well, this
front
will be-
undulation except, I
Well,
mean,
Well, look at
it's,
that front, the
yeah.
front rendering looks like it has a good.
Yeah, this whole thing moves in and out. And
Yeah.
it has there's a hole in there, so this goes through all the way
yeah.
when you look at it.
Yeah, what's happening with this?
This will be, this will be,
You're just-
this will be board form concrete.
Yeah, so
You're
it has
just
some
worried
texture
because this
anyways,
is
right?
like a whole block,
Yeah,
that tall.
I'm
So
I'm just
what-
seeing I'm seeing a
Well, this
flat
is-
roof, a flat roof house at 28 feet with, I mean, there's an eyebrow undulation. So you do, it's,
Because our code doesn't allow 100% single roof.
no, no,
level, right? You
I
have to
swear,
have-
it's, 1 foot change is what it said, right?
yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
and
so
you
that's what
have
I-
it also, obviously in the front is where we care about it, because it's all happening in the
Right.
back, then it doesn't matter from the
Right.
public's view. But
Well,
if
this
you have
feels
big
like a
building-
two-story situation, and this feels more like a one. This in itself isn't that much, that's about 10 to 11 feet. And this will be, feel like it's floating, and the whole thing that you don't appreciate in the elevation is that you're gonna look up and through, and you're gonna see that continuous ceiling, what's on the soffit going through, right?
What is this sort of pedestal thing that?
No, this is earth. This
So
is
then you
earth,
just Need to go to the edge.
Yeah.
Of the cut. Your pedestal that is just here, right?
yeah. Yeah,
No, because I noticed in the rendering, the pedestal, but it's actually this.
yeah,
I
it's
saw.
that, it's that,
Okay.
it's that.
You end up with the-
Then when you come along the side, well, this is looking at all this side, and then this is your living, your kitchen, dining room, living area, and the porch, and then the pool.
So we have 1 level, 2 level, 3 levels.
Right.
Okay.
This is median.
Right.
It's not that level, it's not that
Right.
level. So.
This is the side. We have a small balcony here that we're also gonna cover in wood to protect that, but that's not in the back 2/3. This one, we're gonna move over here and increase and bring it up all the way so that we don't have to see. And then this is the translucent, the frosted one. And I don't know, I mean, I was just gonna do normal ones, but they can certainly be frosted.
No, they're fine. They're up high enough that it's,
This is out the kitchen door, and this is the stairwell.
but it's towards the front of the house, yeah.
Right.
It's the
It's a
rear
fair-
2/3 that we're,
And then
Kind of
this is,
you know.
this is the rear. So this is the living room here, this is the family room, this is way out here, right? This is the bedroom with the balcony, and that's the master bedroom.
how step back is this? What am I looking at? Like, what's the level plane of these blank? Because again, undulation, blank walls.
It's a lot.
So it's, okay, so that's the first floor, and the second floor, the same? It's the same? Okay, okay.
And it's all 15 feet, right?
Yeah.
13 is to here though? Or it's to the?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't have, does anybody have a scale?
No.
No.
But it's,
It's
even if
fine,
it's,
though.
but even if it's 15, it still says it has to be of a certain, the void, certain architectural undulation, to avoid blank walls. But yeah, I think you got plenty going on here.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. If this is 10, this would be the 15, right? And
Yeah.
we can do up to 30 feet
Yeah.
without any problem, right? And then we can do 30 feet here without any problem and go back. I don't think we even have that. These are sections. Setting how we're gonna do the systems here. Stairs. So you got an idea of the perspective here. How that looks. More perspective for you to see. View of the back. So this is that opening, so this will have the wood going and it'll have all growies on it. This will be a green roof. We don't want it to be very thick, so it'll probably aroid type plants, not draping plants.
Where's the barbecue pagoda area?
So I don't think it's on.
Yeah,
the-
so I didn't show it. I
Okay,
haven't
okay.
developed that yet.
Okay.
This is looking into the living room and through. That's the space when it's all opened up, it'll feel like if you're
Yeah.
indoor, outdoor. This is the other- this is the other area.
That's the picture you should.
This is your neighbor. This is your,
My little brother is on this side. Well, he already sold his house. Well, it's supposed to close next week. But he was looking at the giant hole in the garage
Okay, so we're missing the dimensions on the site plan. We want to make sure that those are right. And then you want.
Okay.
You want,
One thing we
You
did.
know, the lot coverage chart, the setbacks, the screening issue for the balcony that you're already have in mind.
Is the cabana got walls or is there glass or is it open? What
it's
is-
all open. There's no,
It's open.
no
There's
glass.
there's no walls here,
Yeah,
so it's
just-
an
It's
open,
all floating,
nice,
it's all floating.
okay.
So this will kind of leave her out,
Besides that, the bathroom closes with a door, right?
just
Yeah.
the door, the bathroom closes. with it.
Well, what is that, thing?
This is a sink area outside. And then the toilet and a shower.
Oh, it's a shower.
Nice.
Got it, 2 inches on the paper, not.
Lot
setback.
coverage,
Joe's-
setback.
you were like, oh, yeah, we need the ruler, so it's.
And it's 316, so go ahead and figure that out with the ruler.
Oh.
Actually, this plan, I should say. Or are you doing when you're a little?
7 inches to the front,
Okay.
if that's 30.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, I did.
It's a chair, couch,
Oh, it's a chair.
sectional couch or rug and a little chair.
I thought it was a spot.
Seating area here, another sitting area under here, and then the barbecue along here, anchoring that shape.
And it's cool too, like these trees are all very big, pretty trees. This thing's just gonna shit mangoes into the pool.
Well, we just put these trees for effect, right?
Oh, you're gonna remove that one?
Yeah,
Yeah, mangoes are very messy, so.
Yeah.
there's a mango, and what does that say? Mango, third mango. being here.
Is this roof blade, is it protrude out past the 30?
No,
It's,
That's where he started the 30 is.
but I thought you were starting it at the balcony, but I
Yeah,
noticed
so-
I noticed your blades, it seems like they
No,
go out on
no,
an angle
no, they're
past
at
the
30.
setback? They're at 30? Okay.
Yeah, so the setback line for this is there, but since my blade goes out to there, I move the garage in.
Got it. So the blade is at 30,
Yeah,
the edge of the blade.
the blade is at 30. there.
Okay. Just curious if it was 30 and then into the
But
setback.
in reality, if I wanted to,
It can.
couldn't I,
It's an overhang, just like any other roof that has a gable overhang in the setback, so yes.
I could have overhung it, even if it has a balcony combination with it?
No, if it's occupied space, but if it's just an eve of a roof line.
So what I'm saying is that because I have a balcony here, I maintain that point at 30.
Please.
Yeah,
okay.
I
That's
think
good.
because it's an occupied space. we treat
Because
it
it's
differently.
occupied
If it was
space,
just
but
an eve,
but
like
if
it was
if
just
I
this
did it,
eve, that
I could
would
go
be-
there to 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, if you're at that eve, it's at 10 foot because you're gonna spend, then we get a little.
Yeah.
You know, average house has a 3 foot
Yeah.
overhang, 4 foot overhang.
Yeah. Yeah. I get you.
And just, obviously the 28 feet max height limit and you're playing with inches,
Yeah, so what-
4
what did I
inches.
figure out? So,
It's,
all right, he's at 8, so that's already 8 feet plus 1, so he's right at it.
Yeah, but look at our sections. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you're,
we're good.
like Gage was saying, you've got, 4
4
and a quarter
inches.
inches to.
Well, no, it's
This-
28. We still have
Yeah, 4 and a quarter inches.
one of the rounds.
this, Just be careful with, at the end of the day, when they go to measure it at the.
I do have a question for you. I'm thinking of making this in metal. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because I think I get a much crisper, cooler edge made in metal, so have somebody fold it,
Versus what, stuccoing that?
versus stuccoing it or. anything.
Yeah, it would be better.
It would be a lot nicer, just that,
Yeah,
because then I
except for,
wanna,
like, except for all the oil canning, you might get a pretty wide area.
oh, no, it'll have,
Smaller.
yeah,
pieces.
yeah, it'll be smaller pieces.
So how deep are you digging for the car lift? Is that car lift sending cars down or sending cars up?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
we
got some
have
pretty,
13 feet.
he's got
granted.
big ceiling heights in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he-
cause the
13 foot
garage
ceiling.
doors are clear and he was like, yeah, we're putting car lifts. But
Oh, you're just putting like a 2-car layer.
yeah.
No, I was thinking like.
No, we're not gonna put it in. We're giving the option if somebody,
Even the height that they can put it.
it's nicer to have the cars inside the garage and all over the house, right?
Okay, All right, so you'll be back for the second review
Yes.
with dimensions and a little more detail to it.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the design is good. We're looking
All right.
down the right road.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Dimensions and the more detailed lot coverage.
Yeah. There's an
Right.
example you say in the code?
There's
Okay.
a form that people fill out that you can get on the website.
That just, you just fill it in. It says driveway, walkway, and you just fill it, or you just put it on your, put it on your
Okay.
drawing.
Yeah, I only referenced the form so you can see what
Yeah,
the
no,
items were.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right, next will be 7D, 1065 Northeast 120th Street, site plan review, I believe.
Thank you for waiting.
No, that's all right. Thank you guys for,
Okay.
yeah, so this is just, like a
Did-
preliminary.
Did you, is this 120th Street? Okay, did we see this before?
No.
Okay.
Uh,
Did somebody
this is
that
the
was thinking
first-
about buying it come in maybe and run something by us?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is it a duplex or?
Yeah, it's a duplex.
Oh,
It would be a duplex. So my questions, some of the questions have been answered, listening to you guys. So no chain links, on the front, everything counts, I guess, driveways,
So, well,
pool
this,
decks.
so,
Mhm.
okay, so let's start here.
Yeah.
So just looking at the driveway, so you have 40% maximum lot coverage in the front. So right now, these driveways
Mhm.
look really big. You might be
Okay.
at 50% right now or something like that, but total 40% maximum, if you want to write on there or whatever.
it's in the form, the driveway form has it,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm just
Oh,
saying,
okay.
that's the first thing I see is that you have to,
Mhm.
first of all, let's back up even one more. Okay, so you're doing this as a duplex.
Mhm.
It can never be separated and sold as a townhouse.
Oh, okay.
We,
okay.
we don't do townhouses and this is one folio,
Mhm.
one owner. So it would be, if,
Mhm.
it cannot, it just,
cannot be
it
sold
cannot be sold separately. So it
Okay.
will forever be, you live in one and you rent the other, or
Mhm.
or you're
Or you
renting
rent
both of them,
both. Okay.
out,
Alright.
total lot coverage 50%, including driveways, pools, everything.
Even the paths for the,
Yes, everything that's an
Everything that is-
improvement,
okay.
on the lot.
even if we do like a grass pavers, if we can. no.
can do it, right?
You can do grass, but
Still considered a
It's-
parking surface
Mhm.
and that still counts.
Oh, okay, all right.
it's, your car has to be parked on an approved driveways material, like,
Mhm.
concrete, gravel, pavers,
Okay.
so on and so forth. 10-foot setbacks, 30-foot. And then the pool is way back over here, which is fine.
What is the setbacks for the pool?
It can go up to the 10, it can go up to 10 feet. Actually, there's a jacuzzi problem there.
Your deck can be beyond that, but
Okay,
the
so-
water line has to
Ah.
be 10 foot from the side.
Okay.
So pool
you
is
have
an-
to maintain the same setbacks.
Yeah, a pool is an accessory structure and it has to maintain the same accessory structure setbacks. So,
I didn't know, the deck can go how close to
but you could turn this pool and go this,
Mhm.
run it out that way, because you,
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go
the
up
thing
there.
is, it's difficult because this is the drain field. So because it's two houses, you require two drain fields, so it's less space for buildable space. So,
I didn't know you could get drain field lines to run that, but I guess that's because it has. not
yeah,
been
because,
system.
because you can put a pump. So with the pump, we can send this to our back.
So, I'm sure you have an engineer. look at it. There's a max
Mm.
pressure, right? You head
Mhm.
pressure when you pump, and that's a very long.
Yeah.
What's your lot coverage?
No, I need to calculate because the thing is, I didn't know many things, like every single thing counts, so, but in the houses itself, it's like, we are like a 35.
No, but when you add all of these.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's what he said.
I
He's
didn't
gotta go
know,
back and
yeah.
redo it now that he
Looks-
understands
He's,
what's
Made the
going on.
calculation.
he's coming and asking for
Mhm.
us, for advice
Yeah.
and ideas.
Yeah, that's what,
Okay.
this is the main
And it's
discussion.
single story, right?
No, this two stories, it's two stories.
only dining and living.
So, all the questions is, are, encroachments allowed for the second floor?
Into the setback?
Into the setback.
Well, you
Like,
actually
for
have-
example, what I have,
depending
this
on
is,
what's going on architecturally,
is,
that's it.
yeah, it's
you're
just
set.
this.
Right.
So you have the 30-foot, 10-foot,
Mhm.
so
So this thing here will be encroaching this little piece here.
That's
which
in the
is
back?
this.
The balcony.
No, the front is this one.
That's the front.
That's the front. So this will be in the side. It will be a little encroachment here. And in the front will be the same thing. And the house, up to here is 30 feet.
But
Up to here.
Can
30
I-
feet.
Can I ask why you would even need to do that if you have all this space back here? Why don't you just slip it back and so that you're not encroaching at all?
Because then I have to move the house back too.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just saying, slide the entire
Yeah,
house back.
Oh, because
But
because
he
I
said
don't have a
it's-
you have-
space.
you have-
Yeah, because-
Because you have to keep. 5
yeah,
feet.
because of the drain field have to be 5 feet from everything.
Yeah.
So I cannot move
So
back.
I'm
I
saying
I will have
This
to,
has to be the size of the drain field. He can't get any closer
exactly.
than 5 feet from property line from everything.
I want to remove something in order to shift the house down. Like maybe make a smaller pool or a smaller deck, in order to go there.
Yeah.
So this is, you see the setback is here, 30
What is
30
that
feet.
right there?
So this is also a question. An architectural feature can be in there. This will be like,
No,
this line here.
it's
it's a-
it's a wall, so
it's a wall,
it needs to be 30 feet.
Okay. All right, so balconies can encroach because this will be like encroach of 4 feet. Like if you are in the first floor, this is the projection line. So you see my 30 feet are here.
No,
this will
because
be
the
the
balcony
projection.
is a living space. Would you even say that?
Yeah, I would.
Even though it's an open balcony that has no walls.
It's part of the structure. It's not like it's an overhang of a roof or something. It's
That's
an
what
actual,
we're telling the
it's
other-
actually,
Oh,
it's
okay.
part of the
All right,
living.
It was occupied.
Occupied space.
And it's this,
Yeah,
and
it-
it's not even just the balcony. You have this entire, this is like a wall
Mhm.
that's on the side of that balcony.
Wait,
So
we
this is
just that
protruding.
corner. Yeah, exactly, we protruding. All this little piece here and this piece.
So that's even makes it
Mm-hmm.
less likely. It's not even just like an open balcony with nothing above or below. There's actually this structure.
Okay, so no problem. That's why this discussion is.
Yeah.
for. So, no encroachment.
This comes in the first one, it's not.
This is, he's just asking, it's
But
like,
you did a first
he's just,
review?
it's not even a review. He's just asking
No.
questions.
Yeah, so,
Oh, okay.
because the thing that, what I understood is that we have to come with the full package. with
Yeah,
all
yeah,
The
No.
structurals and
No.
stuff, so I said, wow.
No, no, no,
I
no.
gotta be
You're not.
ready.
No,
No.
you
Okay.
do not have to provide, you just have to provide something like this,
Architectural.
an architectural. Do not
Oh,
go for
okay.
your MIP.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, that was my worry.
No, don't, we want you spending all that money and then have to turn around and make changes. So
Okay.
please just come in with these kind of drawings,
Mhm.
like the gentleman just did,
Mhm.
and we can make our decision based on that.
Okay, perfect.
So he's got the 30 max, he's got, all his windows are up high, right? So he read the code about the diminishing views and the setback issue, really.
Okay, I mean, this design can change, I mean, this is just a prototype just to.
And there's a
to see
duplex
the-
there now?
No, it's a single home.
Oh, what zone is this?
Yeah, we are,
I was gonna say that.
yeah, we are,
Oh.
I bring this, we are right here.
So you're
So
in
we are
zone
in
C.
C, we
You
are
are
in
in C, so you are allowed to put a duplex in there.
Yeah, it's,
Oh.
I don't know, we have any two-story duplexes right now.
the first one.
120.
The Pioneer.
Oh, we got one of these duplex?
Yeah, it's 1,300 and 1,300, I get 2,300, 700.
Right under 3,000. Those are good size.
But just keep in
yeah,
mind though,
I need to,
but
yeah.
just keep in mind, we're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to sell them separately.
Mhm. No, no, no,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
If
I
this is an
understand.
investment to try and make,
Yeah.
townhouses, it's not, it's
No,
not allowed.
I will tell that the owner.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first, actually, that was the first question he wanted to know.
Yeah.
I mean, can we sell it separately? So, okay, perfect. I think with that, I have a lot to work with.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have to reduce whatever I have to reduce.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
perfect. Thank you.
Sorry, because he's going from single family to two family, is there a minimum front, it's different than a single family one as far as like minimum lot size front.
It's 75 feet.
So it's
Yeah,
the
these are-
same whether it's six
Yeah,
front.
yeah, they're all 75 throughout the entire park.
Yeah, I have the survey here, it's 75.
All right. No, it was just kind of narrow, so I was like, if that shifted, it's like 90.
I'm gonna turn this off. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
It's getting colder in here. Huh? Chilly, right? No, it's all left. F.
Yeah, sure.
You want, I'll hug you.
I think I hacked my voice.
All right.
All right. All right, so I have the meeting from minutes. Do we have the minutes? Janisha? I just turned,
So, motion to approve. It was super short. We only had one denial.
and it all looks good. Okay, David?
Second.
Pablo, fair say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Okay, 5D, 10910 Northeast Ninth Court, concrete driveway.
So anyways, we approved and just asked them to add a setback dimension, so we came back to it, but got the setback.
Second.
Was that a Ed and then Scarlett? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
D, I think, right?
Oh, what is it? 6D. Six. The next one I have is 6D. 821 Northeast 107th Street, solar system.
They're gonna put planets on the roof. Sorry.
It's supposed to be solar.
I'm an easy audience.
Okay, what do we
We
got?
allow exposed rooftop ductwork? You got it.
From when we were talking about the church and all that type of stuff, if it's visible from the street line, they put, some partition.
So this is in the back.
So hold on, what does this have to do with ductwork or solar panels? What, hold on, what?
Looking at the roof photo, satellite photo, and there's a duct
It's
on the
existing
roof.
AC
And I'm just
conduit.
curious if we allowed that.
Is it on the front? Oh, it's on the back.
It's in the back,
So if I'm reading this correctly,
all in the back.
everything is in the back.
Second.
Okay, David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. How easy that is. 6G, 1001 Northeast 118th Street, pool and deck. Lot coverage is 34 point. Huh?
No, I was saying the description for 6D was supposed to be solar PV system.
6G, so 29 in the rear, 44 on one side and 18 on the other. It's all within our lot coverage.
Motion to approve?
Scarlett, Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Next, 6I, 10920 Northeast 10th Avenue, carport, aluminum roof.
I will see my way out.
Oh, Grun. Okay, David is recusing himself. David's left the room and, Okay, so carport, install new aluminum louvered roof. Does anybody, does anybody see the dimensions?
On the footing, on the foundation, 20 by 20.
Yeah, but how far is it from the side setback and how far from the front setback? I'm seeing,
There's a 10-foot setback on the site plan.
so it's 20 by 20. The front of the house is at 32. So he's probably no closer than 10 feet to the front and he's at 10 foot to the side. So the setback is good, even though some clarification would be nice just to confirm that. And then the height,
The height's 8 foot.
8 feet, and it's aluminum and it's louvered. And it looks like it's, and what color is it? Is that what you said?
Can we send Denisha for clarifications? How does that work?
La, 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 I can't hear him. But it's all aluminum, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it's a textured, which you can get. aluminum
Okay,
and-
but as long as it's aluminum and not, okay. So it's charcoal color. Thank you, Denise, for looking that up. Can I get a motion, please? With this, actually, this in the motion to please dimension the site plan, please. Scarlett and Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right. Back. 6J 11063 Griffin Boulevard, generator. No. Generator, so where's this generator going?
Page 415, it's on the side by the pergola roof structure thing.
Concrete slab 8 foot above now, more than 10 feet from any vents, doors, windows, but how close is it to the property line?
We're doing 6J. So there's a 9'8" setback on that side of the house, but that's to the house, not the generator. So can make a motion to table pending generator setback dimension clarification?
So it says, oh, permanent installation of generators, front behind the building line, rear 5 feet, interior side 3 feet in RU district, 5 feet in EU, AU, GU district.
Where do you see all that?
I'm in Miami-Dade code, county code.
Oh, what the requirements are.
What the requirements for setback. So it's, can be no closer than 3 or 5 feet from the.
So motion to table pending setback, or you don't like that?
Yep, that's fine. Just being clarification. Second. Okay. So we tabled that, right? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so motion. Next, 6K 11120 Northeast 8th Avenue, impact windows and doors.
Sorry, Gage, what was the distinction between 3 foot and the 5 foot?
If it's, and I'd have to look up what the districts are, but if it's an RU district, it's 3 feet. If it's a EU or AU or GU district, it's a 5 foot.
Well, I mean, I think RU.
It's gonna be RU, yeah.
Yeah,
So 3 foot.
EU and
3 foot,
Agriculture.
Okay, so minimum 3 foot is.
3 foot.
Put from
Side property line. It was 6K 11120 Northeast 8th Avenue, impact windows and doors. Bunch of vertical window sliders, fixed window, no slider, vertical window slider.
Okay, the plan is all the way at the back. So front is gonna be G, H, and I.
Okay,
and E.
And
E is in
and
the
P,
side.
yeah.
so vertical window slider, G, H, and I, vertical window slider, and P, vertical window slider.
They're
And the color. Okay, David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, 6, L. 11120 and same one, Northeast 8th Avenue, metal roof, okay?
Hot damn, they brought you the drawing.
18-inch, 6-inch fascia, slate gray, so it's a gray roof. And is it going all the way around? Slate gray.
11200 Northeast.
Mm-hmm. One, two, zero.
Oh, 111.
Oh,
Wait a second.
that's the Kuehl house, isn't it? 11120 8th Avenue. So that's 111.
This house doesn't exist on just plans.
But that's the Kuehl house, so it's got to be the next house up. It's the house that's got the car.
That doesn't happen.
This is 11154.
11120 seems to be the house that's on this one.
But that's the side of the. That house is the Kuehls, which is down.
Yeah, well, and their frontage is on northeast 111th Street.
So 11120.
I don't think that this is a correct address.
Can you look this up really quick? Are we looking at the correct? Is there a typo
It's
here?
it's the same address as the last one.
Yeah. So
maybe-
the permit says 11120 Northeast 8th Avenue.
I think it is the right address. That address is throughout.
It's
the
interesting because
whole-
if you go down the street,
Second.
The whole document.
It says it's the middle house.
so, but according to this is that house. It's a single family. But it says 11154 Northeast 8th Avenue.
Oh, no, it's the second house in, and those overhangs don't go all the way around.
It's the house with the green canopy.
Yes. That has like, it's like a barrel edge on the end that's closest to the street. That gauge?
Yeah. It's-
So I would say, do we,
Google's got the wrong thing, but,
do we?
but it does not have the correct overhangs according to just a visual view.
So I would, is that something that we would
Deny it.
motion to deny pending photos of measurements of overhangs?
I mean, should we table it and say we don't
Motion to table pending.
confirmation of overhangs?
Overhangs.
So we need photographs of all four sides with tape measure, and things like that. I have a motion to table.
Second.
David, Pablo, I think he got there first. So, all in favor, say aye, aye. Table. All right, 6N, 11460 Northeast 10th Avenue, driveway. Didn't we table this the last time because there was like this long thing against the driveway on the street? Or is that, yeah, it was this thing. Kind of went all the way across, single concrete curb as an attached picture. Didn't we table this last time or deny it or something? Because we were wondering what exactly they're attempting to do with. The calculations are wrong. But it's not even providing parking spot.
This was that little curb that was just like along the street for no reason?
Right.
Yeah.
No driveway.
There's no driveway. They're not showing a driveway.
Yeah, they just wanted to
Yeah,
fill in
we
the front.
denied it last time.
The calculation. Hold off.
We didn't table it.
You denied it on the last meeting?
On March 31st, so 2 meetings ago.
March 31st, it was denied. Hold on, let's make sure, let's look all the way to the bottom, see that they, anything new? Okay, so motion to deny again?
And we should tell them like, you need to upload, motion to deny, but you need to upload new drawings that show location of where a driveway is being installed.
Notice that the correct calculation. But they're not really providing a driveway, they're just doing a concrete curb across the front of their property.
Yeah, but they also don't have a driveway, it's all dirt.
Yeah, I'm saying, I think they're probably thinking that they can just contain the, oh, that's not even really gravel, it's just dirt. Okay, so I have a motion denied, did I? Was that David and then Pablo?
Also, they don't have the calculation. I heard you. I see you.
No, the calculation says
You're wrong.
0%.
It was March, it was on the March,
Driveway, but
March 30th meeting, you said?
31st it was?
31st. Okay, so it was a night again. 60-11615 Griffin Boulevard, garage door. Replaced existing garage door.
Motion to approve.
Just a steel door, right? David?
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right, so 7B. Something for us to look at.
it says third preliminary.
Yeah, these are the gentlemen came in a couple times and they updated it. I don't, did we have any comments the last time? We just told them,
We said we would move to the agenda for vote next hearing, needed tree survey only.
we have a tree survey.
So technically, isn't it for the county?
A long time ago, that was the 24th of February, so I'm not sure why they waited so long to get on there.
But I thought they were before us, were just recently.
Now, second review was on February 24.
Okay. So it's still a discussion item, but we can say we'll move it to to the agenda for the next meeting.
We said last time, though.
But it needs to have a tree survey, but. I mean, there's something hold on, is that a tree survey there? Oh, there is. There's a page. There are little trees on, page number 3 of 15. This guy is surveying, mapping.
Yeah, so basically they had their surveyor update and add the trees, which is fine. What you would do. Usually though, you'd ask for like a column that says remove remain.
Yeah.
But are any of them estimate anyways?
Number 7 and 8. 7 is a mango and a rhubarb. Big tree.
Let's see, oak with a 3-foot trunk.
Really, number 7 and 8 look like they're where the new house is gonna go. Number 10, maybe 10, but that's a palm.
I mean, palms wouldn't be protected. Mango wouldn't be protected. I don't know what a rubikai is.
So it appears they did give us the survey. Do we want to move this to 6P?
Yeah, motion to move 7B to 6.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, and then now a motion to approve it.
Motion to, well, motion approves.
Second.
Okay, David, Ed, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion was approved. All right, that's our agenda for tonight.
So Gage, there's more,
Oh, am I saying something?
it just says 8A, a variance?
I'm sorry, that was before you came in.
Oh.
We had already approved it. This was the pool, 6th and 117th, I think it was. So we already had we'd already reviewed it and recommended not to approve. So that was already covered. It just got put on the agenda.
Did they have their hearing or no?
It was the gentleman that I had a heated exchange with.
No, I'm saying, did they have their variance hearing or not?
No, they have not had the variance, hearing yet.
That I was not sure. 5 minutes ago.
All right. So hold on, before we go, so our next meeting is going to be, gonna be May 5th. I will not be here. Ed, will you be be here? Everybody else will be here? And Ed, can you
Yeah,
chair?
I can chair. I have 2 items on the agenda, so I have to recuse, can a chair recuse himself for?
You can, but then you just have to hand off the microphone to somebody else and then leave the room but there's gotta be 3 other people that are here. So is everyone gonna be here May 5th?
I think so.
May 5th, probably? Okay, so everyone's gonna be here except for me. All right, so next meeting is May 5th. All right, I have a motion to adjourn. 8:20.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye.